Hey Scorpio, welcome to Intention 1111. I'm going to be bringing you your a week in Scorpio for the week of 9 July through 15ish. I wanted to say thank you guys for viewing the reads, commenting, liking, sharing. I sure appreciate y'all. New subscribers, welcome, and Scorpios who've been there since day one, I sure appreciate you guys. If you'd like a book of personal read with me, you can reach me at Where Are Your Intentions at intentions1111.com. Let's see what we got for this week for you guys. We've got a new moon in Cancer on the 17th. Could be feeling those effects. It is kind of all about the inner world and taking care of that situation. If you feel feelings welling up or you feel purging happening, let it happen. So let's see what's going on for you, Scorpio, for this upcoming week. The moon, I like that. Beginnings. Okay. Getting into alignment with something this week. You've got threes everywhere. Okay, so if you're seeing series of threes, great. That is to say the general meaning is that you're not alone. You have support even though you can't see it. Dig into your support this week. But also, to me, the three is about getting in alignment with yourself, getting in alignment with your life. And also the moon here, the new moon in Cancer is kind of going to be about that as well. Cleaning things out, right? Getting in alignment, getting squared away, mind, body, spirit. And you have a 7. So there's a lot of themes in here about ice coldness. Well, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out, but maybe you're freezing somebody out. I don't know. Interesting. So whatever it is you're doing here to get into alignment, you're on the right track. And then you have 22, you have 11, building a new path. So that's exciting for this week for you guys. So let's see what we got. Let's see what we got this week. Interesting. Someone's coming in with an apology. Not to say they're going to stay where they are. They're using the apology as a means to stay. They may be dropping the apology and then moving on out of your life. So let's see. Truth being told, Scorpio, right on the bottom, someone from the past or something from the past could be creeping back in. That could be a reason for this ice coldness here. So let's see what we got. Interesting. Communication incoming, fast-moving communication, undelayed communication to Scorpio here. We have the, let me move these little cards here. We have the King of Cups here. Communication incoming to fast-moving to the Scorpio. So Scorpio, whereas before you might have, Scorpios do have a tendency only to tell people how much they think they can handle. Most people can't dive really deep with Scorpio. They can't. They don't live there like Scorpios do. They eventually have to come up for air. And it's never long enough for Scorpios, right? When they find a person who can dive deep with them, they can't stay for very long, right? And so it's always sort of a bittersweet thing, and it's kind of a disappointment when that person has to return, okay, back to their world, right? So Scorpio, whereas you maybe have held back communication or held back some in communication with somebody, you're not going to be holding back anymore. You will not be holding back anymore. Interestingly, though, we have here, you already know, okay, because you're using your spidey senses, right? Scorpio, on this side of the read, you already know that this person is coming. It's like you can feel that they're coming. And you already know what they're going to say before it even exits their mouth. And I think when this happens, you're going to be shocked at your own self. You're going to be like, damn, I was right on. You know that this person is coming back to seek another opportunity with you. And I think what you're saying to this person is, that's fine. You're freezing them out, though. Coming in very fast. Where there was a holding of communication with somebody, you're not going to hold back anymore. But what you're going to tell them is, great. Well, show me what you got. Show me the money. Because you're going to have to start all over again at square one, at entry-level position, to convince me. So show me what you got. So, interestingly enough, you're going to call somebody's bluff out this week, Scorpio. I would love to be a fly on the wall to see that. All right, so let's see what we have for Scorpio in career this week. Okay, offer coming. Decision's been made about an offer. After a period of time of not being sure if it was coming or not, it is coming, and you're going to be moving forward with that. So let's see kind of what that's about. We've been talking for several weeks now about an incoming offer. For some of you, it was an initial job offer. Others of you, it was a promotion. Despite someone's efforts to prevent you from getting this offer, prevent you from taking this offer and moving forward with this offer, it's finally here. Show me the Ace of Coins. You're going to go for it. Okay. Okay. Taking this offer alleviates several little burdens here. Okay, so part of the problem is for some of you out there, this may be a little bit lesser pay than what you are accustomed to. For others of you, this may be a step down in title, a step down in the level that you're working at. But that's not what you're focusing on, right? You're not focusing on that part. You're focusing on the finish line, right? And so for some of you, taking this, okay, is going to alleviate a lot of burdens, okay? So number one, the burden being alleviated in part is the stagnation that you're currently in. By taking this particular position or offer or whatever. Now, I'm not saying you're with the company when they're demoting you and it's wonderful. No, that's not what I mean. This is somebody moving from one place to another company, one company to another company, right? That's who I'm talking to right now. You're not going to be staying there long. It alleviates the burden of stagnation, allows the energy to move. It allows you to move forward. But also, it's alleviating some sort of a financial burden right now. It's alleviating a lack. So maybe some of you have been unemployed, or maybe some of you, it's kind of a second job, or look, it doesn't matter. I got to pay the bills, right? Something like that. Let me take a look at this Five of Coins real quick. Okay, yeah, you're not in the illusion anymore that you got it like that. So somebody's saying here, look, once upon a time, I was doing well, money was flowing in, hand over fist, that's great. But now I got to pay the electric bill, okay? And any movement or action toward that is helpful to me. I can't sit here and wait for that big thing to come because I've got bills to pay. So for some of you, you're not going to be suffering any more illusions about waiting for that thing from the past to recreate itself again. You're going for something new, which is going to alleviate the stagnation, which is going to start bringing the money in, even though it's not what it was before. So I could be speaking to people who've been laid off recently or who've been out of a job for a while. That's finally coming through for you this week. But remember, we got to get rid of the ego and the expectation monster in our mind, right? And what was being said earlier here about, look, I had it like that once and it was great, but I've got to get out there and get moving because I've got to get the bills paid, right? And I don't see that you're going to be staying in that position for very long as at the level that it's at. So let's take a look. Show me what's to come of this offer that Scorpio takes. What's to come of this offer that Scorpio takes? What's to come of this offer? Alleviating anxiety and moving forward. Been in a drought for a while, right? You've been in a drought for a while. King of Swords. Yes, King of Swords, healing. Absolutely, it's logical to do this, but let me make this clear to you. You start out as a Knight of Wands. You end up as a King of Swords. Often when I think of Scorpio, I think of the Queen of Swords. So that's where you're going to end up, wish fulfilled, right? So don't judge a book by its cover, okay? Be willing to do the action that's needed in order to get you where you need to be, which is to move that energy and to get some things taken care of finally. So it looks good to me as long as you don't get wrapped up in yesteryear, right? And you don't get wrapped up in ego and expectation. Being willing to, and it's easy for some of us to say that, right? But sometimes you got to do what you got to do, and you can't be worried about being a boss. You can't be worried about what it looks like to other people. You got to get shit done, right? So, but I think the reward here for you, okay, is the fact that you're willing to do whatever it takes in order to get it done, right? And that's the humility of the situation. That's the humbling experience of the situation, is that you're willing to do what it takes to get it done. Not worrying about ego or validation or what does it look like to everyone else. You win in the long run. You go from the knight to the king. You win in the long run. So just keep that in mind. All right, let's move on to money and kind of see what that's going to look like this week for some of us. Also, I'm getting kind of like, well, hey, I mean, I did this shit when I was, 20 years ago. I can do this shit again. Right? I know how to do this. So you're revisiting some sort of past experience also that gave you some tools to be able to do it again if you have to. And that's the transformation. That's the key in this situation. Okay, again, themes of nurturing. Second chances. Nurturing second chances. Building relationships again. Being humble enough to build relationships again. Right? Let's see. Okay, abundance returning. Whatever blocks, Scorpio, that you've had with your money are being lifted. So the block here with this Knight of Pentacles being in reverse, putting you in lack, is that cycle is going out of your life, right? Abundance is returning to Scorpio. Nurturing something, being willing to nurture something and being humble about acceptance of something removes a block out of your path. that allows the abundance to return to you. Okay, also, this is moving into an area in which it's saying that relationship that may have caused a block or caused a little bit of lack, when somebody's coming again with their hand out, you need to think about those hard times. And I know it seems a little resenty and it seems a little, whatever. But wisdom doesn't always come in the package of a unicorn, okay? Doesn't always come in the package of hearts and rainbows, okay? Wisdom sometimes comes in lessons that are learned the hard way. And saying, hey, no thanks. I'm not about to do that again, okay? So remember that. Somebody is coming back with their hand out, and they were once a block. They once put you in hard times. Nurture of self is the only thing that's brought you out of this situation. So when they come back with their hand out, restrain yourself from chopping it off, right? But remind yourself, where were they when you were struggling? Where were they when you needed assistance, when you needed support? Not necessarily monetarily. Where were they when you needed support? So the expectation that you're going to be there to support them when they're in need, when they were nowhere to be found in your struggle, they are delusional and they're entitled and they're emotionally manipulative. Okay? So remember who put you there when they come back with their hand out. Okay, so let's see about this 5 of coins. Show me the money for Scorpio. Sometimes it's not in the form of, oh, well, I'm going to get you because you got me. No. Sometimes humbling someone is in helping them. It's humiliating for them, right? So sometimes helping them is humbling for them. And it may set them on a path karmically to, learn their lessons or whatever you want to call it. However, it doesn't mean a continuous cycle of getting back into bed with these ideas, because you had to do this alone and by yourself. So they may need to learn how to operate in that mindset as well. Show me the 5 of coins for Scorpio. Show me the money. Money's being healed. Star card flew out of the deck. Money's being healed. Money situation for Scorpio is being healed by letting a block go out of your life. See what this block is. Show me the Knight of Pentacles. What's the block for Scorpio? Victory over self-control, self-discipline, finding balance, closing out cycles and moving toward other cycles, taking offers, even if they're beginning, okay? Beginning offers, entry-level offers, right? The truth is, it moves you to the place that you need to be. So the block is removed because Scorpio got out and got it, right? And you did not allow the situation here with a person who may have put you there to stop your forward movement. Okay. So, Scorpio lesson is you're tough as nails. And you can get through any situation that you need to. Because Scorpio becomes whatever is needed to get through it, right? So, this is strength in its rawest form to me. Do not get back into bed with somebody who put you in a position. And don't be so wrapped up in validation and expectation that you don't take action on something because you're afraid of what people might say or do. So let's see kind of what's in it for love. Money situations being healed because you're putting action behind your manifestation, period. And that's what's needed. So let's see about love. Tell me love for Scorpio this week. You're not necessarily celebrating a situation. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry. Okay, but you guys, somebody's coming back. You've got Scorpio visiting the past back here. You've got someone coming back from the past. This person hasn't elevated. Person is still a magician. Person is still a magician, right? And Scorpio, even though this isn't your sign, the King of Coins, the idea is that you've elevated past this person, right? You've risen above the situation with this person. And so sometimes when we're doing really good and somebody sees that we're doing really good, they come with their hand out, right? Let's say, for example, you have a relative or you have somebody who knows that you're financially stable. And they're there with their hand out all the time, right? Or an old girlfriend or boyfriend who puts you in a position to rise above it, right? They created that. They created this King of Coins by putting you in hardship. Oops, for example. They're coming back with their hand out, right? And you're not necessarily celebrating that, and you're seeing it as a burden. This person never really kind of got their shit together here, right? I mean, you could be dealing with Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I've got Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We've got Virgo, Aries. Okay. I mean, nothing really specific. But they haven't grown up, right? They haven't grown up. And that's what you're seeing. When you're doing this progression here, you've progressed, and you're making a progression here in the spread. And you're looking over here like, you got to be shitting me, right? The Seven of Swords, you're looking at this person over here approaching like, you got to be shitting me, right? And they've never grown up. That's what I keep getting. This person has never grown up. So Scorpio, you see them coming. It's kind of the same theme throughout all three categories, really. You way elevated past this person. Keep it moving. They're hoping to pluck on some heartstrings, right, in order to get what they want. So let's see what Scorpio can expect for the rest of the week. Let's see. What can Scorpio expect the week of July 9 through 15? What can Scorpio? Okay. New beginnings. Moving forward. Emperor moves forward. Emperor may start out as magician, but becomes emperor. King of Coins may start out as magician, but becomes King of Coins. You see? There's a progression in the level that you're elevating. Allow it to happen. Keep moving forward. Do not get distracted by validation or expectation or people from the past who have their hand out. What does Scorpio not expect this week? What does Scorpio not expect this week? What does Scorpio not expect this week? The courage. The courage to tell this person, really. You won't be moving forward with this person because you are going to remember the how they put you in hardship and how it was betrayal and they left you for dead. Okay? You were more naive at that point than you are now with this person. You were a little naive then, some of you. You didn't know what this person was capable of. Now you do. Put your head down and go to work. Do not juggle a situation with this person. Move towards your own abundance and your own getting yourself in alignment and putting things together for your own future. And look for the partner who's the match for you. The king to the queen. That's the partner who's putting in just as much effort as you are. An equal exchange. That's who you save space for. So, Scorpio, that's what I have for you guys this week. And I'll see you guys next week.